Now that fall is in the air, I'm sure it's beckoning you to get outside and enjoy the beauty of the Tennessee Valley. But if you wish you could go for some hikes and maybe even do some camping trips, that kind of thing, but you don't have the right gear and you're concerned about it being too expensive, worry no more, because have you heard of Four Bridges Outfitters? Our next guest certainly hopes that you have. Her name is Jenny Bartoletti. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
You know firsthand the importance of being able to afford that gear.
Yes.
Because you grew up, you have a joke that you say you think you spent more time outside and in tents than you ever have in a hotel.
That's right. Yep. Raised camping and playing outside. So
I mean, it is true. I've priced it a few times, and if you're going to get what you really need, because that's a big differentiator, right? You don't want to get the wrong gear.
Right.
It's quite a commitment financially.
It is. Yeah. It can be very limiting to start a new hobby. And a lot of people move to the Chattanooga area because of what we offer for the outdoors, especially in rock climbing. So we sell used outdoor gear. We are consignment. And we range from clothing to hard goods like climbing shoes and packs and tents. And we recently expanded, so now we have room for kayaks and paddle boards and bikes.
So you grew up in Atlanta. I did too. We were having a bit of a conversation, and I don't know if you had this memory. Your mom always had y'all outside.
Yes.
But I have an older brother who took me once to Jack's River. Do you know Jack's River?
No.
Okay, it's near Ellijay.
Okay.
But that was my first experience of really being out in nature proper.
Right.
And it was life-changing for me. I mean, it was so beautiful, I almost was sad to go back to the city.
Yes.
So for people who have not had a chance to venture out and really take advantage, it's one thing to go to a local Enterprise South kind of thing.
Yeah.
But to really hit the backcountry is very different.
It is, yeah.
The rock climbing you mentioned is a big draw here. People come from all over the country to climb our rocks.
Yes.
So when you talk about having certain gear for that, like what do you have?
We do sell new gear for climbing just for liability purposes of safety. So we have harnesses and belay devices, and then crash pads and ropes, things like that. But the shoes they're the most important starting piece, and they can now range from $100 to $200.
Wow.
So a lot of schools have started having climbing clubs for the kids, and that's where parents can save $100 on a pair of shoes easily.
So at Four Bridges, is it adult only, or do you have kids gear too?
We do have kids gear. It's not as much. I'd love to get more. The forest kindergartens have given a lot for that because kids need true outdoor apparel. So we have kids and adults, yeah.
If you are a novice like me, if I were to come in and I said, "Ooh, I like this tent, tell me about it. I want to go back to Jack's River and camp."
Yes.
Would you be able to guide me, and your staff
Yes,
be able to guide
I definitely. I really value that we don't think of used as less or not as good. We're very picky with our standards on what we take, and we like to inspect it and make sure it functions properly. And we do train our employees for pack fitting. If you're backpacking, it's very important that your pack fits properly. And it is important to me that we learn our gear to help people learn what they need and guide them to the right items.
So conversely, since it is consignment, that
Right.
means if anybody's watching and they begin the hobby and said, "No, this isn't for me," don't let it stay in your garage, bring it to you.
Yes, it's a lot easier than something like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. It's a very easy process, and as a consignee, you can check your account online so you can track it really easily and see how your stuff is doing.
You mentioned the brands that you carry. That's really important to you to let people know. It's the names that you've learned to trust.
Right.
You have them there.
We do. It's amazing to me what people bring in and how good of quality it is. And we also have a lot of reps in this area, which means people that work in the outdoor industry. So we get things called sales samples, which are current models of items that a rep would have shown to a buyer at a store. And then we get to sell them for 30, sometimes 50% off retail.
Really?
And they're not used at all.
Wow.
So there's a range.
So what are your hours? Are you open both days of the weekend?
Yes, we are open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
Saturday is 10 to 5, and Sunday is 12 to 5.
So with the Labor Day weekend, it's a great time to clean out your closets or to go shop,
Yes,
either one.
we're having a sale this weekend.
You are.
So we're just doing half off for swimwear and extra 20% off for all the samples in the store. And then we went through and marked down a lot of hard goods like packs and climbing shoes.
I mean, it's really, if you're a family of 4, you can't probably get something new for everybody. So why not come? They're going to fit you. And then if for some reason they don't have the size that one of the 4 of you needs, fine, go deal with that. But why not start with her?
Yeah, it's a great place to start. We're very organized, and like I said, we try to be very helpful. And then, yeah, if you can't find it and you don't have time, then you can go to like Rock Creek or REI.
Okay, so here's where you want to go. It's 4 Bridges Outfitters, right down there on North Market Street. Everything's going to North Market Street.
Yes.
531-0990 is the phone number, so I guess they could call and say, hey, I'm looking for something specific.
Yep.
Do you have it?
And we do have social media, so we have a Facebook and an Instagram that we keep very updated, and you can always send us a message there with questions.
Okay, I'm glad that you left Atlanta too.
Yes.